Hi, I'm Blake Moore, the CHS Current Events broadcast, keeping you in the loop. Today we'll be talking to 4 of our basketball coaches about their upcoming season, and this is taking place right after an open gym. We're here with Coach AJ today to talk about the upcoming season and how the future looks for Trojan basketball. So AJ, how did you get started in basketball, and what made you want to start basketball?
So been around basketball since like the 3rd grade, been playing it. But I think my love for basketball grew after college. And just kind of like from that point on, kind of just saw an opportunity where basketball is a sport where it's not only fast-paced and super competitive, but also a sport too where you can take a lot of the team details of it and eventually transform into real-life things as well. But been around the hoops for a long time.
How do you see the upcoming season going, and do you have any predictions?
So looking at this season, I really do think as we're preparing for our first tryouts and our first practices coming up, I think looking forward to this season is going to be a bright one. I think one of the things is we have a lot of guys that are coming in that are ready to work. Maybe guys that might not have the most experience, but guys nonetheless that want to come in, play hard, and show everyone what we have as for Trojan boys basketball. So really excited for it. Really excited for it.
What are your strengths of this year's season?
Our strengths for this year's season. I think looking at our players, we definitely have a lot of speed and quickness. But in addition to that too, maybe we might lack a tad bit of size, but we make up for that with a little bit of athleticism and shooting abilities. So I think you combine those, it can be a pretty deadly mixture on offense and defense. So,
how do you feel about this year's coaching staff?
Very, very excited about this year's coaching staff. We definitely have by far the youngest coaching staff, probably in the Apollo, and might possibly be in Illinois. But in addition to, I think we have the most passionate coaching staff. We got a group of guys, man, that we're constantly texting about how things are going, how players are developing, but also at the same time, too, guys that just get along really well too. So I'm very, very excited for this year's coaching staff.
Have you always wanted to college high school basketball, or have you thought about other sports too?
So definitely other sports have gone through my mind too. I mean, when I was throughout college, I was a practice player for the women's team at UW Green Bay. And that's what kind of sparked my interest in wanting to coach basketball. However, I did really enjoy, I coached a little middle school football and I coached a little high school baseball before then. But that was all before I kind of found and really deep dove into basketball. So, but yeah, it hasn't always been one of the things on my agenda. Neither has coaching or education. I was originally going to school to be a nurse and decided that wasn't for me, and then kind of switched gears on over to coaching and education. Not looking back now, man. So,
what are your core values as a coach?
Core values as a coach, man. I think one of the coolest parts about coaching is being a transformational coach. A coach that doesn't just care about what you guys produce on the basketball court, but also like what you guys produce in the classroom, and then eventually when you guys leave high school, what you guys do beyond high school. I want it to be like where, hey, you might see me down the road when you're after school, after college and whatnot, and you're still like, hey, that was my high school coach, I gotta go say hi to him quick. Just kind of like my big core values behind it is trying to transform your guys' lives, not just as hoopers, but also as guys that are wanting to make an impact in the world around us. So, yeah.
What was your inspiration for becoming a head coach in basketball?
I really do want to say probably my biggest inspiration was being a part of the UW Green Bay practice squad and kind of getting to understand like what it takes for me to play at a D1 level, but also see like what it takes to coach at a D1 level was probably a very big inspiration. So their head coach Kevin Borseth was a big key in that. But I think in addition to was my high school assistant varsity coach growing up. He was one of those coaches that would always believe in you no matter what you were doing. He'd be there to help you out at a text message notice. But I think and his name was Neil Testman. He's actually coaching in Arizona now. But he's just one of those guys where he actually gave me a book by John Wooden when I graduated high school, not knowing I was going to become a coach or anything like that, but I still have that book to this day, and it's been an instrumental piece of that. So, yeah.
We're here with Coach AJ today to talk about the upcoming season and how his predictions were, and I think he gave us a pretty good interview. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, thank you, Blake. I appreciate it.
I'm here today with JV Coach Mack, and I'm going to be asking him a few questions today. So, Coach Mack, how long has basketball been a part of your life?
Basketball has been a part of my life for a long time. I remember coming down to the West Gym on Saturday mornings in little shots, playing in 5th and 6th grade on travel teams in middle school and high school. So probably since the 3rd or 4th grade, I've kind of been around the game.
Did you play in high school or college?
Yeah, played 4 years here at CHS. So that was, and then once I hit college, I didn't play, but played in some intramurals and stuff like that to stay with the game a little bit.
What do you see the upcoming season looking like, and what are your predictions?
Yeah, I think all of us coaches on staff are really excited. We've been doing some open gyms for most of September and October. We're getting good numbers. Guys are excited, so we're ready to get the ball rolling. As far as the JV level, we're just ready to compete. I know last year we played a lot of younger guys and had some unfortunate games getting beat by 30 or 40, and now that we have those guys back, a lot more experience, I think guys are hungry. So I'm excited for this JV year, just to be more competitive in games.
So what are the strengths of this year's team?
Kind of like I just mentioned with the JV squad, we had a lot of freshmen playing last year that had never played high school basketball. So this year we kind of have a lot of those guys back. We have some more freshmen, so I think our experience is going to be big. And then with experience comes confidence. Those guys are a lot more confident in themselves, are confident in the team, confident in their abilities, and confident in us coaches. So I think that'll be a big key to success for us this year.
How do you feel about your coaching staff this year?
I mean, I love it here. We got 4 young guys, so I know some people may think we're young and inexperienced, but we come with energy, we come with our passion, we come with knowledge. So couldn't ask for 3 other better guys to do this with, and I can't wait to get the season rolling.
Have you always seen yourself coaching high school basketball?
I saw myself coaching. Even in high school, kind of before I went to college, I knew I loved sports, I loved playing, I loved watching, so I knew at some point coaching would be in the realm. Wasn't sure baseball, basketball, football, and then once I kind of got to college, kind of watching it from a fan perspective rather than a player, I fell in love more with the game. So then when I got the opportunity to come here to CHS and coach, I couldn't pass it up. So yeah.
What are your core values as a coach?
Core values. A couple just real quick ones. We ask that our players play hard every single minute. We know basketball is a physical sport. We know it's tiring, but if our guys are giving 100%, we're going to be happy with the outcome, whether it's a win or a loss. So as long as they're playing hard, as long as they're being great teammates, picking each other up, not blaming each other, those are the big things that we're looking for on the coaching staff.
What was your inspiration for becoming a coach?
I had a couple. In 2005, I fell in love with the University of North Carolina when they beat the Fighting Illini in the national championship. So watching that program and Roy Williams, who's now retired, just the excellence that they had every single year made me fall in love with the game. And some of the coaches I've had growing up playing basketball have really had a big impact on my life.
Thank you for meeting with us today and taking your time out of your night to meet with us.
Yeah, thanks, Blake.
Hello, I'm here with Coach Dre, and he's going to be telling us a few questions about the upcoming season. So, Coach Dre, how long have you been in basketball?
I've been in basketball since before I could walk, honestly. I started playing basketball at 3 years old, and pretty much playing ever since. I played 4 years of high school basketball at Murfreesboro High School. Was on varsity 3 years. Was on 3 state-ranked teams. Had a pretty good year. I didn't do basketball in college though. Ended up taking my talents, and I did track and field in college. So had a pretty good year. 3-time national qualifier in triple jump.
What do you see for the upcoming season, and what are your predictions?
What I see for the upcoming season, at all levels, I see potential. I'd say for our varsity guys, I'd say that we will be competing for the conference championship for sure. Our younger guys, I feel like we have a lot of good pieces. I feel like just installing the confidence in them, just get them to be confident in the way they play basketball, and they'll be okay too. So we got solid guard play. I think we'll be good.
What strengths do you see in this year's team?
See a lot of strengths at the varsity level. You know, like I said, Caleb, Will, James, solid core 3 right there. I feel like, in my opinion, they'll be good. They'll play with the best of them. The younger guys, I speak for my freshmen, Cooper, Quinn, Hudson. We got Alex. We got some solid players. We'll be okay.
How do you feel about the coaching staff this year?
I love it. This is my first year coaching, so I love it. It's a major experience for me so far. Being with a coach staff that got the same mindset as me. We want to get it, we want to run, we want to win. So.
Have you always seen yourself coaching high school basketball?
I think my years doing track and field in college, I kind of got away from the sport a little bit. So I didn't think I would coach as soon as I am, just only being 1 year out. So think I would have eventually tried to coach basketball because basketball's always been my first love. But doing college track, I definitely saw myself being a track coach first, mainly maybe. But I'm here, having fun, I'm ready to win. It's really good.
What are your core values as a coach?
Core values as a coach. Like any other coach would say, honestly, hard work. That's the main one, man. You come in, you work hard, you give it all you got. You want my respect.
As a coach, who was your inspiration?
Basketball-wise, my high school basketball coach, Daryl Murphy. My opinion, one of the best coaches definitely the best coach I ever played for. College-wise, my college track and field coach, Brian Patton, he was the guy. He was shirt off his back. So he taught me a lot of life lessons that I'm hoping to bring to the youth now. Them two for sure.
Well, thank you for meeting with us today and taking the time out of your night to be here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
We're here with Coach Mers today, and he will be telling us about the upcoming season and his thoughts. So, Mers, how long has basketball been a part of your life?
So I just growing up shooting hoops in my driveway. Obviously played basketball. I played basketball in grade school, junior high. Actually only played it 1 year in high school, but I still kind of stayed active with it. And then in college, I played a little bit of rec league and stuff like that. So definitely been pretty consistent throughout. So
What do you see the upcoming season looking like, and what are your predictions?
I'm really excited for this season. I think we got a really hungry team. We got a really hungry staff. I don't want to make too many predictions. We'll just kind of take it one day at a time and kind of go from there.
What strengths do you see in this upcoming team?
I think we can really play fast, and I think we got some pretty good athletes, and I think shooting will be pretty strong. So I think we got a lot of stuff to look forward to.
How do you feel about your coaching staff this year?
I really enjoy our coaching staff. I think we're full of energy. We're all pretty similar in age, so it makes it a lot of fun. Just kind of hanging out outside of basketball as well. So really look forward to kind of working with them all throughout this season.
Have you always seen yourself coaching high school basketball?
Not originally. Originally, I thought I was just going to be a tennis coach because that was kind of my main sport in high school. But I love the game of basketball. I love watching it. I love playing it. So it's kind of why I transitioned to that.
What are your core values as a coach?
I think just effort, attitude, and being a good teammate, I think are really important.
Who was your inspiration for becoming coach?
A lot of people inspired me. I think my parents played a big role in that. They kind of encouraged me to look into coaching as a possible option, and then also just kind of past coaches, high school coaches, coaches through my youth, different people like that definitely played a big role.
Well, thank you for meeting with us tonight and taking the time out of your night to meet with us.
All right, thank you.
You crushed that, man. You were rolling through that. That was great.